How can people, we know how they can unofficially participate. Is there a way that they can officially participate in one of the hundreds of projects?
Well, there'll be public exhibitions, I think 70 at last count. So we want people to come to those, show their support there, download the supporter button, put it everywhere that people can find it, and talk it up. Cape Townians are going to be meeting the international visitors here. And so I think it's incumbent upon Cape Townians to get their heads wrapped around this a little bit. We have made a major investment in the website, knowing that people are going to try and find us from afar. We'll also start, we've got 7,500 of these in circulation at the moment.
Great.
Follow us on Twitter, and please like us on Facebook. So, because we've built that community from nothing to almost 15,000 now. So Cape Town is, the people interested in design have engaged, but the general public will also be a part of this year. We always say that football thing that was here a couple of years ago was way too short.
And it was in the past.
Didn't give us time. We have a whole year where we can engage differently with the city.
Great. How do you think this is going to change Cape Town?
I think it's already creating new alliances. Many of the projects have now, because they've been recognized and because we're giving them so much publicity, have been able to get funding. So the projects involved in our program are definitely going to be in a much better state by the end of this year.
Great. And I think there's 6 official
events, signature
events. How can people find out about those?
They're all on the website. The first one was New Year's
Yes.
Eve. Actually, the first one was in September in London, where we told the international travel people about this. And in the Design Week in London, the Design Festival, we were there telling Cape Town's story, and they love our story, by the way. Then there was New Year's Eve. Now we have the Design Gala, which is quite a closed, it's a working event where we do the award. The next day there'll be public workshops, and you can find more information about that on the website as well. And then in June, in the holidays, there'll be some boot camps, design education for young learners and university students. And then in October, there are 2 big things. We're doing a cities exhibition where we're asking a very small number of cities to tell their transformation stories in an exhibition. And we're hosting a design policy conference that will be partly Cape Town, national, African and international delegates. We expect to have about 400 people to talk about how design policy helps the design agenda along. And then at the end of the year, we have the convocation ceremony where we hand over to the city of Taipei, who have just been named as the next design capital.
Great.
And then we're going to take a long nap, I think.
Yeah, it sounds like a very exciting and tiring year. Now, I must ask you, how do you get the funding to do all of these amazing projects?
Well, the City of Cape Town, please, all the ratepayers in the city must thank the City of Cape Town and the Mayor in particular for her support. They've put in the seed funding, and we're also raising private sector sponsorship so that we can really give this thing airlift. You know, if the New York Times calls us the top destination, we better know the other ones are following shortly after.
Are you able to tell us what the estimated cost is to kind of run throughout the year?
The City of Cape Town's investment is 40 million rand over 3 years, because we've been planning for a year, and then we wrap up in the half year of 2015, and we need another 20 million to do a really super job of it.
Well, I look forward to seeing all of the events and wonderful projects throughout Cape Town.
And we'll come and tell you some more.
Yes, amazing. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.